In a landmark election, Anura Kumara Dissanayake has secured Sri Lanka's presidency, marking the rise of a Marxist leader who has dramatically transformed his party's image. With 42.31% of the vote, Dissanayake defeated Sajith Premadasa and the incumbent Ranil Wickremesinghe, signaling a shift in the nation's political landscape. Born in the rural heartland of Galewela, Disanayake's early years were shaped by the struggles of Sri Lanka's working class communities. His political journey began in the 1990s when he joined the Janata Vimukti Peramuna (JVP), a Marxist-Leninist party known for its violent uprisings in 1971 and 1987. Anura Kumara began his political journey in 1997 as the national organizer of the JVP's Socialist Youth Organization. By 2000, he was elected as an MP, and in 2014, he became the JVP leader. His background in agriculture and his role as Minister of Agriculture in 2004 helped him connect with the working class, setting him apart from political elites. After the JVP's violent uprisings in the 1970s and 1980s, which left scars on the nation, the party struggled with its militant image. Anura's leadership marked a turning point as he modernized the party, attracting younger voters and positioning the JVP as a voice against corruption and for political reform. Sri Lanka's recent economic collapse, marked by skyrocketing inflation and food shortages, created a vacuum in its political system. Dissanayake capitalized on public dissatisfaction, positioning himself as a candidate for change. His campaign promises of anti-corruption, economic reforms, and support for the working class resonated with a wary electorate. For the first time in decades, a Marxist party will lead Sri Lanka, marking a significant transformation for a group that once occupied the political fringes. Opinions are mixed on the JVP's evolution. Some are skeptical about its readiness to govern and its militant past, while others see potential in its shift to a more pragmatic approach. A veteran writer in Colombo, who spoke to the Indian Express anonymously, expressed concerns about the JVP's sincerity in adapting to a democratic system. He noted that their rigid culture lacks tolerance for criticism and suggested that this makes them fundamentally different from other parties. During the late 1980s, the JVP opposed Indian intervention in Sri Lanka, particularly the Indian peacekeeping force sent to combat Tamil separatists. They led campaigns against Indian goods and businesses, including violent acts like the assassination of a pharmaceutical company chief in 1989. Bernard Gunninteleka, a former diplomat and head of the Pathfinder Foundation in Colombo, notes that while the JVP has a history of anti-India sentiment, it has matured and recognized the importance of engaging with global leaders. Anura's recent visit to India reflects this pragmatic shift. Anura himself visited India in February 2024 and met with Indian officials, External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar, and National Security Advisor Ajit Doval, signaling a broader, more pragmatic approach in recent years. The JVP also had a complicated relationship with Tamil nationalism. Initially focused on class struggle, they opposed Tamil autonomy and viewed the LTTE as a threat to national unity. The JVP was against the Indo-Sri Lanka Peace Accord in 1987 and supported the military action against the LTTE, seeing it as essential for preserving Sri Lanka's territorial integrity. A close aide describes him as a pragmatic Marxist, particularly during his role in the 2022 uprising that removed Gotabaya Rajapaksa from power. Bernard Gunninteleka notes that JVP gained prominence due to the failures of established parties. He questions whether Anura will maintain a firm Marxist stance, pointing out a noticeable shift toward the center in his recent political positions. Under Anura's leadership, the JVP has embraced democracy and softened its anti-capitalist views while still advocating anti-imperialist rhetoric. His focus has shifted to anti-corruption, governance reform, and nationalism, moving away from traditional Marxist ideals like class struggle. As Sri Lanka faces immense economic and political changes, Anura Kumara's presidency ushers in a new chapter for the country. Whether his leadership can live up to his promises remains to be seen, but for now, Sri Lankans have placed their faith in a leader determined to redefine the nation's future.